बाकी लोगों से बात हुई तुम्हारी?
नहीं सर, अभी तो बात नहीं है। गौरव को करूँ क्या सर कॉल?
हाँ, एक तो बज गई है।
हाँ सर।
गुड आफ्टरनून सदाशिवा जी।
नमस्कार सर।
हाँ,
कैसे हैं?
बस बढ़िया।
Let other people join, so then we can start.
We can wait for 5 minutes. Just one, two.
सर मैंने अभी इनका ये जो शेयर किया था लोकेश, मुझे स्लाइड्स देख रहा था उसमें मुझे ऐसा लगा कि जो उन्होंने दिया नहीं एक्चुअली डिटेल्स, जो कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ हुआ या फिर जो उसका वाटर एब्जॉर्प्शन तो दिया है सिर्फ। बाकी कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस अगर एक दे देता फ्लाई एश फ्री और नॉर्मल यार ब्रिक्स, तो वो अच्छा रहता।
ठीक है, वो that will discuss. वो that will be.
ठीक है सर।
ये भी लिखा हुआ है कि या तो पीओ की एक्सेस आईडी से या फिर जो भी वो कमेटी है ना उसके भी की एक्सेस आईडी से भर सकते हैं पंचायत के किसी सदस्य के
one member from AICT is going to join in 2-3 minutes.
Hey, hello, hi. This is Partish.
Hello.
Hello, hi, Partish here.
2-3 minutes.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, hi, thanks.
Voice is not coming. Just give me a minute. I'm rejoining.
Good afternoon, Mehta sir.
Hello, Pankaj.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm not opening the video.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hmm.
So we are just waiting for one or two members from AICT. They are external
Good.
expert, I assume.
Hmm.
Because the AICT team is already here. So just maybe a couple of minutes.
Okay. Okay. No issue.
Lokesh. Lokesh.
Yes, sir.
So I have made you host. So if you want, you can share your presentation also.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you please allow Gaurav? He is requesting.
Gaurav is already in or no?
No, sir, he's not.
Hello, hi. Can you please allow Mr. Pratap Sanap from Persistent?
No, but they are not showing in my list. I can't see them. Could you ask them to read, because I don't see them in the waiting room.
Acha, okay. Let me ask them. एक second.
Yeah. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I have allowed them. Actually, I had made Lokesh host, so probably he was getting the request. So I've taken, I've reclaimed the host. So
Hello. Is it started, sir?
Yeah, I
Can
think
I
we can
start?
start.
Yeah, please. So you can just allow me my screen share. You don't need to make me host. You can allow me.
okay, then you share your.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've allowed you.
Wait, so let me see. Yeah, got it. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
So shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So first of all, I would like to thank MIC, AICT, SIH, and all the team or the organizer side. So after that, now I would like to start my presentation. And currently, we are working in waste management and construction industry, and we are making construction products out of the waste material. I'm Lokesh Puri Goswami. I'm a civil engineer, and my teammates are Kunjpreet, Nikita, Amir, Gaurav, and Kunjal, and our mentor, Mr. Pankaj Kumar Porwal. Me and Kunjpreet are looking for the business strategy and marketing side. Nikita and Kunjal are looking for the R&D part, designing and ratio development and internal stuff. And Amir and Gaurav are looking for material sourcing and internal operations and manufacturing part of the work. So we are the first runner-up of Smart India Hackathon 2018 Hardware Edition, and we are currently incubated at Techno India India Institute of Technology, and we are based in Udaipur. So now, how I started this project and how we came, how can we go through SIH and all this thing. So it was started in my final year of civil engineering. I was looking for a low-cost house material, so I can enable the people to make their house at a cheaper cost or at a lower price. So then I was looking how can I do. So then I found that the waste plastic and other industrial byproducts are already there. So I can use these products to make construction material. In final years, one of the day, I found that there was an event in our college, and I found that there are lots of bottles spreaded over the ground. So I thought I can use this plastic bottle and fill them with the sand and other material, and I can make walls. Then after we can enable this kind of low-cost houses for the poor people and for them. So then I started exploring how can we do and how can it be uh, available for the mass public. So then I found on Google and local market. I see that there are huge waste available like a plastic, and in our local area the marble slurry was a major issue for the government. And then we had seen that construction waste, it is also available in abundance. So then I tricked that what can I do, how can I use them. So in my civil engineering in second or third year. So what we do in traditional method, use sand and aggregate and an additive material of cement and water paste to make concrete. So that I implemented in this construction waste, construction product. What I did, I melted plastic and added the marble slurry and construction waste to make the brick. So this raw material to source from somewhere. Then me and my friend went to industry, and we had found that there is a that there any issue. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're on. Hello.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So one day we went to the industry, and then we had found that there is a huge landfill site of marble slurry. And then we Googled, and so in our email you can see that the lake, additional lake of marble slurry. Then we had visited this site, and we had seen there is a huge resource for for our raw material for the brick. We took this sample to our lab and started working on it. And the plastic bottle we had collected from scrap dealer, and we collected this slurry from the landfill side. And here in the third picture, you can see the first kind of we had tried with this tin box oil container, and we added all the material into the tin container and fired it. Then we 35 mm, 45 mm, 75 mm size, small sample, and then we had tested it. So in our first test, we got 6 megapascal, which was equivalent to the second class of rate. So then we got, okay, this can be made and this can be converted into commercial product. So then again, for brick block, we had tried several times, and in our next attempt, with some several ratios and with some several materials, then we had tried in an oven which was available in our lab. So the you can see this we did this in this oven, and this first prototype of brick we had created, and its ratio was 1:0.5:1.5. And marble and core segregate like a sand, custom waste was added. Then this root for making and a certain number of bricks. Then in workshop we have developed sorry, I have a network issue.
You can allow someone else from your team to take over.
So, is it visible?
Not to me.
Now is it visible?
No, it's
Can you see slides?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
Mukesh,
now visible.
let me share
Yeah.
and you can speak if you want.
Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah.
Let me stop the screen share.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can continue.
Yes, sir. From next slide. Next. Yeah, this one. Previous one. Previous. Yeah, this one. So, can I start?
Yeah.
Okay. So then after we had developed this machine enabled us to try several different kind of material and different waste material altogether to make the bricks. And with this machine, we were enabled to make huge make a single unit of a brick. So then we had tried this brick with granite powder, with other powder. And in next please. So this is what the working prototype of this machine. How you have to click on this.
No, it's PDF. I can't run it.
I had shared, I think.
Video also. Just 1 minute.
Wait.
Okay, we can show that later. You can continue from here. Lokesh?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I have network issue, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
So I'm sharing you that presentation one. So you can start with that PPT.
See if there is difficulty in running the presentation. You just speak.
Yeah, Lokesh, you continue, and when the video comes, I'll show it.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. So Lokesh, continue.
Okay, sir. Okay. So from that machine, we had made this finished product. Now you can see it is clearly looks like a brick. So this was sample product with what we had made, and this is totally completely made out of waste material only. We haven't used cement, soil, and water anywhere. Next, sir. And then we had tested it in comparison to the bricks. So we had dropped it from 1 meter, so there were no break. And in the next some attempts, we got the 9 megapascal, and recently we got 26 megapascal with the granite powder. So this is the highest one, and which is 2.5 time higher than the A grade of red clay brick. So, but we had because we have this data right now for the multiple samples, so we had added this one, and it has a water absorption only less than 3%, which make the walls waterproof, and there is no scratch from nail. It is generally tested for the red fabric, and its weight is around 1.5 to 1.8 kg, and its cycle time is manufacturing time is just 1 day from processing to the final outcome. It takes only 1 day to for the final product. Next, sir. So this was the tested in our lab, and some other samples we had made like a cuboid and some cylinder, so it can be reformed into any of the shape. Next, sir. With this prototype, we had participated in Smart India Hackathon, and where we were the runner-up. And after a year, in August 2019, we got the grant of 10 lakh rupees for further implementation of this project. Next, sir. Then, meanwhile, we had done some market survey and some primary research. So, where to sell and who will buy and what is the actual demand. So, we had to know that it's around 200 billion units of brick annually manufactured in India alone, and it contains around 1300 billion rupees market. And we had seen that from last 5 to 6 years, its rates are continuously increasing by the 5% annually. So we had seen it is a potential market for a product. Next, sir. And we did some comparative analysis what existing technologies are and what we are providing and what we can provide to our customers. So first was the processing time. So it takes only 1 day after sourcing all the material and processing. Final processing, it takes only 1 day for the final implementation. Whereas red clay brick, generally it takes 5 to 6 months from extracting raw material to the final process. But in-house, it takes 16 days from molding, baking, sun drying, and final firing of bricks. And in case of fly ash bricks, it also goes up to a week. Uh, in raw material, we are just using construction waste and slurry, and other waste also we can use like a fly ash and in case of red bricks, they are limited to the clay and water, and the fuel for them is the coal. And in case of fly ash, so they are also using fly ash and cement, lime, and alumina and gypsum for the addition process. And the final water absorption of a brick, in our case, it's a 3%. And in case of bricks, it goes up to 20%. And in fly ash, it's a 6 to 12%. The costing part of the brake, in our case, it is going in a prototype level, it is going up to 8 to 10 rupees. So we will charge comparatively 8 to 10 rupees. Whereas with the red clip, it is a variable as per the season. In dry season, it is around 5 to 6 rupees, and in a rainy season, it goes up to 8 10 rupees. And in case of fly ash, it is available in those areas where the fly ash as a raw material is available. And in that part, their cost is around 5 to 8 rupees. And if I talk about the unit weight, so it has a less density because we are using plastic. So it goes up to 1020 kg per meter cube, whereas bricks are heavier. I think, sir, slide gone from my screen.
Just 1 minute.
Sir?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay. And in case of compressive strength, so highest we got 26 megapascal, but generally it is around 9 megapascal to 14 megapascal. In case of bricks, like 4 to 12 megapascal, and fly ash 7.5 to 10 megapascal. So it is comparatively equivalent to this brick. Next. Then we asked some end user what problems they are facing with this brick, with fly ash and red bricks and AAC blocks. So they had said that we have dampness issue, water leakage, and the wall damage, and this white powder comes out of after the wall after 2 to 3 years after rainy season. So these are the problems associated over there, where we are comparatively better than the existing one. Next. So after interacting with them, they asked us to deliver them some brick samples, and they were asking for. They had placed some of them placed order of 1,000 bricks. So for that purpose, we are now developing, and with this grant, what we get from AICT, we are now developing a commercial level prototype. So from this prototype, we will be enabled to make 100 to 200 bricks of a day. So we can test on a pilot project, and we can actually monitor the what are the internal environment, and what will be the temperature variation, what will be the effect of weather and other things. So we will be able to try those things also. So currently we are developing this mixer extruder. It contains three major parts. One part is it's a screw extruder. The top part is mixer and heater. So these are and there is one more electric panel over there, which is totally controlling its speed and the temperature and voltmeter meter to control all the parameter of the electricity and other things. So currently we are machine development. Next. So this is how it is going to be worked. So is it PDF or PPT?
PDF.
Can you download that new one? PPT. This is also a video to demonstrate how this machine will work. Yes, please. So this is how this machine is going to be worked. This the middle part, the hard part of the process is a mixer extruder machine, which contains a heater and an extruder. Extruder pushes the heater mixes all the raw material and convert them into a semi liquid paste, and the extruder pushes that material into mold, and then after this mold goes through a hydraulic press where the material compacted into a solid brick. Before that, there are three more machines we required. One is for the shredding of plastic, for converting these bottles into a fine shredded particles or a fine powder, and one machine for the construction waste to convert it into small particle like a sand size particle, 4.75 mm, and one more machine we required for the slurry to sieving and drying. So this is a whole integrated part of the whole process. So currently we are developing the middle one part, which was shown in the previous slide. Next, sir. So meanwhile, developing this machine for the further market and for the business strategy, we had selected for the business incubation at IIM Udaipur. So currently we are taking the marketing and the business strategy knowledge from them, and they are supporting us to develop this product, this machine for the commercialization. Next. In meanwhile that the hello.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So they suggested us that you can sell your technology also to the brick manufacturer, because they are also having lots of problems. So initially we were developing for the low cost house, then we had seen that it is a waste management problem, and now we had explored one more thing, that the brick manufacturers, those red clay brick manufacturers, they are also having problems. Like government is restricting them to manufacture in the city premises, and now they have to shift their plant, and so some of the plants are shut down, and they have migrant labor issue, the raw material availability issue. So meanwhile that we had found that our technology is also helpful for them, and the brick manufacturer can be our potential customer. Next. So we currently we had seen that these three segments can be our potential market, like a brick manufacturer, builder and contractor, those who are purchasing the brick, and the government body. And we had discussed with some government officials in our Udaipur municipality. They are willing to give us the raw material like a plastic waste, marble waste, and construction waste, and they are willing to implement our products to some of the government projects, and they had committed us that we will implement this. We will implement a policy where this bricks or your product will be compulsory for all the builders and for all the homeowners to use such a green and sustainable product. So currently it is a helpful for us to provide these areas. Like, so then after we had slightly modified that, so our product goes in a hybrid solution. Like we are providing bricks also, and we can provide the machine and the technology also. So this can be our potential market and revenue stream. Next. And other products also, like a paver block and artifacts, and these are our in bucket products. So this we can make this product also. And for the paver block, we got order from the UID. So this is an additional part of this composite material. Next. From this problem and solution statement, we had prepared a business model where we will collect the waste material from the industry and the local government. Then we will segregate and process at our plant, and will generate revenue from two streams, like a brick manufacturer, from the builders, from the contractor, from individual owner, and hence from the government also. So these are the total potential market for our product, for our solution. Next. And this is what our next 1 year's plan. Currently, we are on a pilot stage and we are prototype stage. So by the next year, next first 3 months, we will set up our first unit to make the bricks. Then we will start taking, meanwhile, we start taking small pilot projects. Then we will start connecting with the people and will make network, and building the trust and to making people aware about such a green product. And at the end, we will scale with the manufacturer and builders also, so we can provide them our technology and they can also use our technology. And this can be our future plan. Next. So currently, our first approach is to the government, the Udaipur Municipal Corporation, because they are currently we are having meetings with them, and they are currently in our contact. So, and they are willing to implement our project. So initially we will go through them, and once we will provide our products to them, and they will implement, and they will make it compulsory for all, and it would be a loyalty, and our go-to market plan will be with the government. Next. And this is what we had found, that we required around 90 lakh to 1 CR for capital investment, or for 1 year of operations. So which is divided into like a manufacturing and land structure, human resources, and some equipment and raw material and other facilities like logistic, office expenses, salaries, and other things. So for that, to start this project, we require 90 lakh. Next. So, and these are the opportunity we are seeing, that there are some ongoing schemes of local sanitization. And next slide. So PM Awas Yojana, these are the opportunity where we can provide our solution in these projects, and are going to become a huge success if we will be able to provide them our solution. With this note, I would like to open the session for the panelists and judges. Yes, sir. It's done from my side.
Hey, Pratyush, you can start.
Okay. Hello, Lokesh.
Yes.
Congratulations on your startup idea.
Yeah. Okay.
First of all, I have one question, that if you're using mixture extruder, the new
Yes.
machine, still the cost will be around 8 to 10 per brick.
Yeah, for them, for the final, we haven't calculated. So we haven't calculated for that, because we have to now minimize it, because we will buy in a bulk. Then our cost is go down to 5 to 6 rupees. So currently we are purchasing this raw material from retailers, so the cost is higher.
Okay, I understand there is a scale of cost. Then if presently, if there are any customers who are willing to pay around 8 to 10?
Yes, government is willing to pay, and one or two builders, they had approached us, so they want to try our product. So they had ordered us, you can provide 1,000 bricks to us, and we will try. Then after we'll judge.
Okay. So I have a suggestion for you. So you are using marble slurry, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you know that marble slurry is only found in western belt of India.
Yes, yes.
So after 5 to 10 years, if you want to scale up your project to all over India, so you can't transport to every corner of India, okay?
Yes.
The transportation cost will be huge.
Yeah. So for
So
overcome this issue, can I?
Yeah.
So to overcome this issue, we had tried with other materials also, like a fly ash. So in some of the region, fly ash is available, and fly ash is replaceable with the marble slurry. And the fine powder from the construction waste, when we will disintegrate this construction big boulders into small pieces, so the fine powder of that one can be replaced with the marble slurry.
Fine powder of construction waste.
Yeah.
Okay. So another one. So in how much time do you think you will reach the cost benefit line?
So it's directly depend on how much quantity we are sourcing from the market. So it will be in a tons, then it will goes down. So it takes around 1 year, at least 1 year.
So what I am asking is, in 1 year, how much quantity you are expecting to produce?
So for the next year, we are planning for the single or two-story building, this low hanging fruit. So for them, it requires around 20 to 30,000 maximum, 20 to 30,000 bricks, and to 20,000 we require 40,000 of composite material. And in that 40,000 composite material, the plastic part of this composite is around 15 ton. So for one order, we require 15 to 16 ton of plastic. So once we will reach that part, then the cost part will be goes down.
Okay. So I have last question from me. So you are using plastic. The process of brick is obviously burning. So you know, after burning plastic, it's also causing pollution. So you are thinking of getting regulatory clearances from the government for that, or?
So pardon, please. I have a network issue.
Okay. What I'm asking is, you are going to burn plastic, no?
We are going to melt plastic.
Okay.
Before
if you're okay, if even if you're melting the plastic, there will be some amount of pollution.
Yeah. So in our process, we had seen that. So its melting temperature is around 250 degrees centigrade, and we touch and we go beyond the 250 degrees centigrade. Then it started decomposing, and the gases will started releasing. Before that, it just converted from solid to liquid only.
Okay, there will be no emission. Okay.
Yeah. It will, and if there will be, then there are such technology to convert these gases into a fuel like kerosene. So again, there is a technology available.
Okay.
In fact, this extrusion is actually well-established technology, like in molding, plastic molding industry. I mean, every product that they make, I mean, there are no emissions. Pretty much, I've seen many molding factories, and they have absolutely zero emission.
Okay, that's all from me.
Amrit, you can start.
Congratulations, Lokesh, for your wonderful initiative. I think
Thank you.
it is a very nice, fantastic idea from your side.
Thank you.
So my question to you is, these days, many buildings are being constructed using that aerated concrete blocks.
Yes, sir.
So you haven't mentioned about that thermal conductivity of your product. Means since global warming is there, so is it heat proof or means we have to also look into that side of your product also.
So these tests we need to perform because these facilities are not available in our city. So we have to go to other cities for this test. So currently we haven't tested for the heat conductivity of this material.
Okay. And about the compatibility with cement concrete, is it well compatible with cement concrete?
So yeah, we had tested this with the cement mortar, which is generally used with the red clay brick. So and we had checked the bond. So it was similar to the with the red brick. And there's one additional material we want to try, like BJM, which is used with the AC block. So we haven't tried with that, but that can be useful for us to join this block.
Okay. And apart from you are using marble slurry, so any kind of other rocks you are also using like granite or any different kind of rocks?
Yes, I had tried with granite. So with granite, I got maximum strength like 26 megapascal. But only one sample was tested. So I have to try some with multiple samples of that granite. And I tried with basalt. I got the 13 megapascal of strength. And we had
Okay.
tested with the different construction waste. In construction waste, we had tested with the brick, with the concrete. So we got some other different strength from the different material.
Okay. Okay. And any other chemical admixtures you are using in that in your
We
product?
no, and right now we are not using. We are using just plastic and fine material and coarse material. So in coarse
Okay.
can be construction waste and finer the powder of that material.
Okay. So I think this is the starting. So I think I also expect a lot of improvement on your
Yes.
project also.
Hmm.
Also, you can also look into different nuances of your product. Like you can also incorporate many other different, like you are using plastics. So
Yes, sir.
I look forward towards incorporating different materials also.
Yes, sir. We have a plan to use MLP, multi-layer plastic also with this.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, hi Lokesh, Partish here.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Hey, I have got some couple of questions.
Yes.
First thing, how your product is different than the existing players? That is,
So
is there?
in the,
So, what is the core competency of your product? How is it different? What is the different or additional this thing which you have in your product than the other existing players?
first and most important thing what I would like to highlight is we are not using any natural resource. We are not using water. We are not using clay. We are not using cement. We are not using coal to make this product. So it is totally made out of the waste material, which is discarded by other industries. So this is
So
what our
there are a couple of players in the market who are
yes,
making, the same bricks with the waste, this thing,
yes,
with construction waste.
yeah, yes.
Yeah. So how your product is different than them?
I would like to answer this question.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
go ahead.
So sir, our product is waterproof. There will be no chances of dampness and water leakage from the walls. And one of the most important advantages for us for our product is that this is recyclable. So say for example, for after 50 or 60 years, you want to demolish your building, you can again send those your products to us, and we can recycle those and again sell into the market with the same qualities and properties.
Okay, okay. And as
And
mentioned by Amrit,
also, yes,
yeah, so as mentioned by Amrit rightly, so how will you ensure the quality, especially in rainy season, in summer season?
so this is an in-house technology. So I don't think that there will be
No, do you have any
any
criteria?
effect
Do
of
you have
monsoon or
anything?
anything. We will perform the test. We'll have our own lab to perform those tests before we release into the market.
Okay, okay, okay. And how will you create the awareness in the market, especially the big builders? So they may not be in a favor of.
Yes,
So since this product is new for them, and they may not be in favor of this because they are used to the red bricks and all that. So for them, how will you
yes.
convince them that your product is better than the red bricks and all?
So for this, we are planning to participate into the environmentalist and construction and building material exhibitions where the renowned builders come and take part. So that will have a chance for us to demonstrate our products and make them realize that and win their trust, which is very most importantly, and we can perform the test in front of them. So I think that will be a great opportunity and platform for us, these exhibitions and seminars, so we can promote our products there.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Hi,
Hello, sir.
Satyajit this side. I have a couple of questions. First, Kunsprit, as you just mentioned that you are going to approach
Yes,
the
sir.
builders, explaining them that
Yes, sir.
these products are environment friendly and all those things. See,
Yes, sir.
the builders are just building some, making some constructions for their profit. They are not going to consider that this is environment friendly or other things. So you have to reduce the cost, or you have to show some quality, like the flexural strength. If the flexural strength is good as compared to other bricks, because other normally we don't consider flexural strength of bricks. So if the flexural
Yes,
strength
sir.
is going to be good, then obviously they are going to consider this. Or the compressive strength, because the compressive strength that you have mentioned 9 megapascal, that is I think more or less equivalent to the normal red bricks or fly ash bricks.
Yes, sir.
Second thing, you should note that thing. You should consider how to improve this compressive strength and flexural strength and all these things. Second one, I also want
Yes,
to
sir.
suggest. I also want to. This is a question basically. Uh,
Okay.
as Lokesh mentioned that the the raw materials that you are using in proportion of 1:1.05. Uh, that is plastic and marble slurry,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So how are you measuring? Like because plastic that that is available in lowest plastic that is available in the market, these are
Hmm.
normally not in the purest form, because
Hmm.
that is the reason that in India we are not recycling plastic products,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
because the calorific value of waste materials in India is very low as compared to
Hmm.
US and other developed countries.
Yes.
So, and marble slurry second thing is completely dependent upon the water, you know, water, how much water is present in the slurry. That is going to
Hmm.
measure the volume of the marble slurry.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
how are
Hmm.
you going to measure the proportion that you have given, 1:1.05?
I would like to answer, sir.
Yeah.
So this proportion are based on the weight batching.
Okay.
So the plastic is coming in the weight, and slurry come in the liquid form. But we have to we first dry that part, and the solid particle will be weighed. Then we will
Okay.
be used. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. And third thing also, that is the business aspects.
Hmm.
I didn't think that you were prepared for the presentation, because uh, the way you presented, like you were not at all prepared for the presentation. So many technical issues during the presentation. At least I would like to request from the next time, at least somebody from your team should be kept as backup. So any problem
Hmm.
is happening, because these technical problems are very common.
Yes.
So somebody should be there to
Yes,
take it
sir.
over. And
Because
second thing is slides
Yes,
regarding
sir.
the PPTs that you are making. Try to improve the
Mm-hmm.
PPTs, the quality of the quality of the presentation slides. These are because you are going to form a startup. So
Yes.
have
Yes,
some
sir.
industrial qualities. If you are going to
Okay.
present in front of
Yes, sir.
some VC or angel investors, these things are going to be very much considerable.
Yes.
To be considered very much. Okay.
Yes, I totally agree. Thank you, sir.
Someone else want to ask? Please go ahead.
Hello? Hello, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. We
Hello?
can hear you.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have
Yes, sir, we
mentioned
can
all
hear
the
you.
tests. You have mentioned all the tests. One thing was missing about the cracking and shrinkage part. Have you tested about it?
So no, this part we have to test now because it's a time dependent thing. So
Yeah.
now we are trying to make a on home, and then we will test throughout year. So what changes are happening with the time in this break, like expansion, contraction, with the heat, with the water, with the colder time. So this have to perform.
Okay.
Sadasab ji, I would like to introduce
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Anil Mehta also. We have invited him as external expert from our side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Namaskar, sir. Please start questioning the students, sir.
So,
Please.
Mehta Saab, can you hear me?
Shall I start, Pankaj?
Yeah, please. If you have any questions.
So I'm really happy to, see the presentation and the project, and it's very specifically for the Udaipur. It's very innovative and very useful because Udaipur produces a lot of marble slurry. Lokesh and others, can you, have you ever estimated the production Udaipur capacity of producing the number of bricks, looking to the availability of marble slurry in the Udaipur area? Have you ever estimated?
So it's not calculated yet. We haven't.
Because we can very well calculate the slurry which is produced by the marble processing units, and we can then claim that that Udaipur has the potential for so many bricks, and it would attract the attention of the Udaipur Municipal Corporation, which is facing a great problem with the marble slurry and the construction and demolition waste, right?
Sure, sir. We will do after lockdown.
Second thing is, when we use the plastic, there are many questions, because the plastic has many harmful, environmentally toxic composition. So if you are using the brick in the house, and is there any danger of leaching out of this plastic, or any form of release of any toxic from this plastic? Because all the plastic which is available in the area, which is not the BPA free or improved quality of plastic. So this is the question. This someone may ask about the from the health aspect of the people of living in that house, right? Third is, which is you have claimed that your product is recyclable. So have you ever tried, means once you have formed your bricks, then you have powdered it again, right? And you have again mixed with this some plastic or some other material, slurry, and again produce a brick and then tested it. So have you tried it?
Yes, sir. I tried 4 times of recycling of this same product. So we need to add some more plastic, but it can be recyclable. We had tried 4 times the same material with the same material.
Okay, good. So one more question, which is I'm repeating. Someone asked about the adaptability. So someone has asked that how would you convince the builders to use these bricks, because they are used to use this conventional bricks. So if you can remember, some entrepreneur in Udaipur area, some 5-10 years back, they produced the marble slurry bricks using marble slurry and some cement, some proportion of cement.
Yes.
And it was not well adopted by the general public, right? So they were very apprehensive about the product. So how is there any business strategy to or any model or any method to convince the local people or the people at large that this brick is good, this is environment friendly, and this is tested, you will not feel any problem. So unless you convince the builders and the general public there will be no
Yes.
adoption of the technology of the product.
Yes.
So is there any idea,
Yeah.
any strategy to convince the people at large? This is
Yes,
all Pankaj from my side. Huh?
Right.
Yeah. So I would like to answer that previous invention which was done with the cement. So with the cement, there is one problem. With cement, you have to use water. So when you use cement, water, and marble slurry, so they will react with each other, and the leaching problem, the efflorescence effect. This part was main problematic from their side, and one of the guy from CTI, he said me that these bricks were too heavy, so contractors labor said that we are not going to haul this material from one end to another end. So this was the major drawback of that invention, using this marble slurry with the cement. So that's why this product was failed. And in our case, for the adaptability, so we had conducted some talks with the homeowners, with the government engineer, with builders. So at the end, we asked them, would you like to buy this product and would you like to try our brick? So their answer was in a way that they were using some new product. So in CTI, I had seen that they are using new bricks which made from the aggregate, local aggregates or aggregate dust. So they said that these bricks are accepted by the government. So once the government will accept your product and once government will use in their project, then the most of the contractors are willing to use this product also. So they have a mindset somewhere. Once the government is going to accept, then we will accept. So this was what I got from them. So this will be our strategy. So in wherever we want to launch, we will approach to the government, the municipality. So then, with the help of these people, then we will introduce our product to particular city and to the builders and others. So this is from my side.
Good. So this is all from my side, Pankaj.
Yeah. In fact, we had discussion with Municipal Corporation of Udaipur also, and they promised us that if we successfully demonstrate quality of our bricks, then they can make it mandatory. They can make it mandatory for builders to use these bricks, like in certain fractions. Say, for example, 30% or 40% of bricks will be of this type. So we have very positive response from government authorities also.
Good.
That's a good thing, sir. Anybody having any other questions?
Sudha Pratap here.
Sir.
I just have one, rather couple of questions. So what state are you into? Like, have you completed all your proof of concept and in getting into the production? If you really look at the TRL levels, what TRL level are you into?
So currently we are developing the machine to make number of bricks. Means around 100 to 200 bricks we can be able to make for a day. So we are currently developing the machine part. Then we will test on the bricks for the durability, for the other things. So currently we are on prototype.
All right. So that means you have done the study right from the mechanical composition to chemical composition of what you need to build, and now you're going for a mini production to make sure that the concept what you thought is right, and then you'll look for a mass production. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So I think, have you formed your own? I mean, see, now you are at a stage where you can have your own startup running out of this. So any registration for your startup been done, or any support that you need from AICTE or MHRD for that matter?
Now for the scaling we require, because this 10 lakh grant is only for the prototype development. If we want to establish a single unit, then we want 90 lakhs to 1 CR. Means this will be our seed fund for 1 year of production.
Yeah, but that fund, are you expecting that fund to be coming from AICTE?
This I cannot answer.
Yeah, I think AICTE is more or less are giving a hand holding for you to reach out to at one stage where you are now. Probably you'll have to find out the investors. You need to see the incubation center, what you're working may give you some investors, some plan for that matter as well, right?
Yes, so for that we are currently in business incubation from IIM Udaipur. So uh, they are going to give us this chance to meet the investor and in front of angel investor, where from that part we can get the seed fund.
Okay.
So why don't you approach Marble Slurry? I mean, these marble processors of Udaipur, because they are very rich. They are big marble processing units, and they are facing this problem of these marble slurry. One site is already exhausted, and they are now searching the another site. They have, in fact, they have searched the another site. So why don't you approach them and request them that this great minas would be sold if you help and support us in establishing this 1 crore plant, which is very small amount for them,
Yes,
Yes, sir.
It's very good
we
suggestion
want to
actually.
interact with them, and so they will deliver us the raw material. So then when we will be in a production phase,
Lokesh,
we will approach
Lokesh,
them. Yes.
what Mehtaji is suggesting is we can actually request them to give us funding also. I mean, raw material they are giving,
Okay.
because it's a big
Okay.
challenge for them to dispose of the slurry.
Sorry.
So
Yes,
that's
sir.
a
Yes, sir,
very
we'll
good
take
suggestion,
care of
Mehtaji.
it.
We'll definitely approach the Marble Processors Association. Definitely.
Definitely.
So what I would suggest, Dr. Pankaj, that you just meet the chairman of the marble processors, because see, they are always in trouble because of this marble slurry.
Right.
There are many questions on them for disposing marble slurry here and there, and
Mhm.
where they dispose, there is a dispute. So new site which has been identified in some Chorbawadi area, the local villagers are protesting that the slurry yard should not be here. In Chitrakoot Nagar, where the existing plant, the existing dumping yard is there,
Yeah,
there are
that is
many
overflowing.
questions.
Right.
So if you approach them and request them that this problem would be solved, I think for this what you estimated 90 lakhs rupees, it would not be a big problem for
Yeah. Right.
this association.
Definitely. That's very good suggestion.
Sure, definitely.
So Lokesh, how much fund that you have utilized till now?
So it's combined it R and so for the grant only, sir. You're asking for the grant?
Yeah. Yes, from the grant.
So it's gone around 4 lakh we had utilized.
Okay. So please, give that report, whatever you have utilized till the first quarter, and also, like as Pratap sir asked, have you started the registration of your startup? Registering a startup, you can start the documentation process in this lockdown period.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We plan
sure.
to start and we'll
We'll
start.
start it.
Okay, that's good. Anybody, Pratap sir, Pratish, any other questions?
No,
Ajay ji?
thanks.
No, I'm fine with the thanks.
Okay. So
from me
actually, yeah, Pratish.
Yeah, I have finished my questions.
So actually, I forgot to introduce initially because of the technical glitches. So Pratish Swai, who has joined as an evaluator today from ICT side, is a senior engineer at Tehri Hydroelectric Corporation, and Amrit Kajendra, he is an professor, lecturer in a government college of Odisha. So thank you for joining with us and giving your valuable suggestions to the team. And I hope the team is going to consider all the suggestions that Mehta sir, Pratish Rai and Amrit Kajendra and other evaluators from AICT side has given. I think.
It's an honor for me.
Thank you, everybody. I think we can leave.
Thank you, Sada. We can close the call. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you.
I would also like to thank everybody for sparing their time and giving us good suggestions. I'm sure we'll take it forward and take it to the next stage. We'll commercialize this. So
Thank you, Pankaj sir, for your guidance to the team, because one of the biggest issue that I normally see in the incubation centers is the mentorship. So you are mentoring the team continuously. That is a very good thing. I am in touch with you. So thank you for mentoring the team, and we're expecting a startup from the team. So let's hope that they're coming out of this.
Sure, sure. That's what even we are looking forward to.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We can leave. Yeah.
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mehta sir,
Thank
for
you.
your suggestions.